Hello, future chemists. Welcome to an exciting journey into the world of organic reactions. Today, we are diving deep into the oxidation of aldehydes and ketones, a fundamental concept in Class 11 chemistry for G Advanced. We'll start with the basics, move through medium-level challenges, tackle complex hard problems, and finally, explore the cutting-edge hardest concepts. Get ready to transform your understanding. Ready to discover how seemingly simple organic compounds can undergo profound transformations? Let's begin our easy exploration of oxidation. Oxidation in organic chemistry is all about changing the composition of a molecule, usually by adding oxygen or removing hydrogen. For aldehydes and ketones, this means converting them into other functional groups. Think of it as chemically upgrading them. Aldehydes, with their unique CH bond right next to the carbonyl, are particularly eager to undergo this change, typically becoming carboxylic acids. This transformation is quite straightforward, retaining the original carbon skeleton. Understanding this basic step is crucial before we explore more complex reactions. Now, let's talk about the mild ways to oxidize aldehydes. We have two classic reagents, Tollens reagent and Fehling's solution. Tollens reagent, an ammoniacal silver nitrate solution, is famous for producing a silver mirror when it reacts with an aldehyde. This visual test helps identify aldehydes. Fehling's solution, containing copper, ions, gives a distinct red-brown precipitate of copper, oxide. Both these reagents work because aldehydes are easily oxidized. But here's the catch. Ketones, lacking that special CH bond on their carbonyl carbon, are generally unreactive under these mild conditions. This difference is key for distinguishing them in the lab. Time to test your understanding. Here are 3 practice questions to solidify what we've learned about the easy aspects of aldehyde and ketone oxidation. Pause the video, try to answer them, and then check your solutions. These questions cover identifying reactive compounds, predicting products with specific reagents, and explaining the fundamental differences in reactivity. Good luck! Great job with the basics. Now, let's step up our game and explore the medium-level intricacies of aldehyde and ketone oxidation. While mild oxidants distinguish aldehydes from ketones, strong oxidizing agents reveal more. Aldehydes, as we know, are easily oxidized. With strong agents like acidified potassium permanganate or dichromate, they still efficiently convert to carboxylic acids, retaining all their carbon atoms. This reinforces their high reactivity. However, the story changes dramatically for ketones. They resist mild conditions, but under vigorous treatment, high temperatures, strong acids, and powerful oxidants, their carbon skeleton breaks down. This C-to-C bond cleavage is a significant difference and leads to smaller carboxylic acids, often as a mixture of products. The key to understanding ketone oxidation under vigorous conditions lies in Popoff's rule. This rule helps predict which carbon-carbon bond will cleave in unsymmetrical ketones. Essentially, the carbonyl group prefers to stay with the smaller alkyl group or the one with fewer alpha hydrogens. This leads to the formation of a smaller carboxylic acid alongside other fragmented products. For example, in butanone, the bond between the carbonyl and the ethyl group is more likely to break, yielding propanoic acid and acetic acid. This rule is crucial for predicting products in G advanced problems. The mechanism behind ketone oxidation under vigorous conditions often involves an enol intermediate. Under acidic or basic conditions, the ketone can tautomerase into its enol form. This enol is more reactive and susceptible to attack by the strong oxidizing agent. The subsequent steps involve the breaking of the C-to-C bond adjacent to the carbonyl, followed by further oxidation of the resulting fragments. This mechanistic understanding helps explain why such harsh conditions are required and why C-to-C bond cleavage occurs. Remember, this difference in oxidation behavior is a cornerstone for differentiating aldehydes and ketones in organic chemistry. Now it's time to put your medium-level knowledge to the test. Here are 5 practice questions that delve deeper into the oxidation of aldehydes and ketones, including the application of Popoff's rule and distinguishing between the two functional groups. Take your time, think critically, and apply what you've learned. These questions are designed to challenge your understanding and prepare you for more complex problems. Ready for a deeper dive? Let's explore the hard-level concepts of aldehyde and ketone oxidation, where complexity meets mechanistic understanding. Building on Popoff's rule, let's explore its detailed application. For unsymmetrical ketones, the C-to-C bond cleavage isn't random. It preferentially occurs between the carbonyl carbon and the alpha carbon of the larger alkyl group, the one with more alpha hydrogens. This leads to a mixture of smaller carboxylic acids. However, a more sophisticated oxidation of ketones is the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Here, ketones are converted into esters and cyclic ketones into lactones using peroxy acids. This reaction is unique because an oxygen atom is inserted directly into the carbon chain, a fascinating transformation that expands our synthetic toolkit. The Baeyer-Villiger oxidation mechanism is key to understanding its regioselectivity. It involves the nucleophilic attack of the peroxy acid on the carbonyl carbon, forming a tetrahedral intermediate. The crucial step is the migration of an alkyl or aryl group from the carbonyl carbon to the oxygen of the peroxy acid, pushing out the carboxylate anion. This migration isn't arbitrary, it follows a specific order of migratory aptitude. Hydrogen migrates most readily, followed by tertiary alkyl, then secondary alkyl, aryl, primary alkyl, and finally methyl. This order dictates which side of an unsymmetrical ketone the oxygen atom inserts, determining the structure of the resulting ester or lactone. The selective oxidation of aldehydes versus ketones is a powerful tool in organic synthesis. Imagine a molecule with both an aldehyde and a ketone. We can selectively oxidize the aldehyde to a carboxylic acid using mild reagents like toluenes without touching the ketone. This precision is invaluable for complex synthesis. Beyond this, other specialized oxidizing agents exist. Chromium-based reagents like Jones reagent, CRO-HO, are potent oxidants that can convert aldehydes to carboxylic acids, while milder variants like PCC are used to stop at the aldehyde stage from alcohols. Even selenium dioxide, SeO, offers unique selectivity, oxidizing alpha-methylene groups to carbonyls. Understanding these reagents and their specific applications is vital for advanced organic chemistry. Now, challenge yourself with these 7 hard-level practice questions. They require you to apply Popoff's rule, understand the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation and migratory aptitudes, and think about synthetic strategies involving selective oxidation. These problems are designed to push your understanding and refine your problem-solving skills for Advanced. Take your time, analyze each question carefully, and justify your answers. You've got this. Congratulations on making it this far. You're ready for the ultimate challenge. Welcome to the hardest level of aldehydes and ketones oxidation, where we explore competitive depth and advanced insights. Let's delve deeper into the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Beyond simple migratory aptitude, understanding its mechanistic nuances is crucial. The migration step is concerted, meaning bond breaking and formation happen simultaneously, and if the migrating group is chiral, its configuration is retained. This stereospecificity is highly valuable in synthesizing complex molecules. Furthermore, the choice of peroxy acid can impact reaction kinetics and selectivity. Electron-deficient peroxy acids are more electrophilic and thus more reactive. This precise control over reaction outcomes is a hallmark of advanced synthetic chemistry. While Popoff's rule offers a good general guide for ketone cleavage, a truly advanced understanding requires considering other factors. Electronic effects, such as the presence of electron-donating or withdrawing groups on the alkyl chains, can significantly influence the acidity of alpha hydrogens and the stability of enol intermediates. This can, in some cases, even override the simple steric interpretation of Popoff's rule. For instance, an alpha carbon adjacent to a phenyl group might be preferentially cleaved due to resonance stabilization. Additionally, we introduce selenium dioxide, SeO, a highly selective oxidant that transforms alpha-methylene groups into carbonyls, crucial for synthesizing 1,2-decarbonyl compounds. This reagent exemplifies how specific catalysts can target particular sites in a molecule. Beyond direct oxidation, the oxidative cleavage of alpha-haloketones, particularly in the context of the haloform reaction, presents another layer of complexity. Methyl ketones, upon exhaustive alpha-halogenation, form trihalo intermediates. These intermediates then undergo nucleophilic attack by hydroxide, leading to the cleavage of the carbon-carbon bond and the formation of a carboxylate and a haloform. This unique pathway demonstrates a specific oxidative cleavage mechanism that is distinct from the vigorous oxidation of unhalogenated ketones. This reaction is historically significant and mechanistically insightful, bridging concepts of alpha substitution and oxidative cleavage. The oxidation of aldehydes and ketones is not just academic, it's vital for industrial synthesis. Consider the production of acetic acid from acetaldehyde, or adipic acid and caprolactam from cyclohexanone. These are cornerstone processes for polymers like nylon. Modern industrial chemistry increasingly focuses on green chemistry principles, favoring environmentally benign catalysts and oxidants like oxygen or hydrogen peroxide to minimize waste and energy consumption. Furthermore, achieving stereoselectivity in oxidation, especially for chiral pharmaceuticals, is a frontier. New methods for asymmetric alpha oxidation of ketones using chiral catalysts are continuously being developed, leading to enantiomerically pure products. This highlights the ongoing evolution and impact of oxidation chemistry. You've absorbed a lot of high-level information. Now, it's time to apply that knowledge to these challenging questions. Questions 1 through 5 will test your understanding of advanced Baeyer-Villiger mechanisms, SiO2 oxidation, and the intricate factors influencing Popoff's rule. Remember to justify your answers with detailed explanations and mechanisms where appropriate. This is where your true mastery will shine. Let's continue to push your limits with questions 6 through 10. These problems delve into synthetic strategies, industrial relevance, and the limitations of various oxidation tests. Think critically about reaction conditions, product prediction, and the broader implications of these transformations. These questions are designed to simulate the rigor of JEE Advanced and prepare you for any challenge. Keep up the excellent work. And that brings us to the end of our in-depth exploration into the oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. We've covered everything from basic definitions to advanced mechanisms and industrial applications. I hope this journey has deepened your understanding and boosted your confidence for JEE Advanced. For more such comprehensive educational content, practice problems, and interactive learning experiences, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates and to continue your learning adventure with us. Keep studying, keep exploring, and keep excelling. See you in the next session.